listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's RuPaul's Drag Race After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's RuPaul's Drag Race After Show.
Yay! Welcome, everybody. Bing is for doing, and we are now doing a lovely after show for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5. We are back. We have the first episode here, which is RuPaullywood or Bust. I'm excited for this new season. How about y'all?
Tell us who you are.
I wasn't ready to do that.
I'm
yet.
excited.
I'm excited to be working with Tony Moore.
Oh, shut up. I'm so nervous. I've never been the person to start it all. I'm nervous.
A good job.
Well, thanks. Thank you. I hope you guys thought I did a good job too. Okay, so let's introduce my lovely co-hosts and people here. We'll start with
I'm
ladies.
Jacque Borowski.
Hi, I'm Jake DuPree.
Cameron Marston.
And obviously I didn't introduce myself. I'm Tony Moore.
Woo!
I like my news anchor intro.
Tony Moore.
Yes. All right, so let's get right into it because we have a lot to cover. This episode was Rupert-sized, so we had an hour and a half of wigs, sequences, and heels. So let's just get right into it. The very, very first part, which I look forward to this each and every season, is the entrances of all the queens. First queen to enter was Detox. She is a local queen. She's here in Los Angeles. So she was the first one in her bee costume.
There you have her.
I love her. She's one of my favorites.
I did too.
And she does the videos with Willem.
Yes, she does. So we were very familiar with Detox even before she got on season 5 of Drag Race, due to her connection with Willem. So what did you guys think of the rest of the girls? Anyone that stuck out to you guys like automatically? Because I don't want to go through them one by one and like, you know, and in order of arrival.
So Penetration, who obviously went home. The first moment that I said, okay, well, obviously she's like supposed to be the fan favorite and was voted and is here on the show. When I saw her, I was like, why is she here? It was the exact moment I had when during All Stars. Now I forget what her name is.
Mimi I'm First.
Yeah, Mimi I'm First.
For sure.
When Mimi I'm First was there, and I was like, why is she here? It was that same reaction, and it's like she's just not up to the quality as everyone else.
That's interesting. I thought she was fine. Actually, I didn't have that thought of like. Well, I was like, congratulations, you were the fan favorite.
All of her dresses looked like dresses that I wore to like dance recitals when I was 5.
she's kind of like, she's older, so she represents like that old school type of drag.
Ish. I felt like she read like filler. She was filler to me.
Filler.
She just took up space.
Well, of course, she's the fan favorite, so that's what I like to call a setup. Because
but I also want to know, what were you thinking, fans? Like, we've had fan favorites.
Tony, bust that truth. What's up with that?
Well,
or can you tell us or no?
Well,
when they vote Miss Congeniality, it's usually someone
they feel bad for.
I don't know, has more of their stuff together.
Well, word on the street is, and I mean, I don't mean to be spilling tea, but all tea, all shade. There was actually someone else that was picked as the fan favorite, and her name was Adore, and some things happened, and she was not a part of season 5. I don't have the whole story. I don't have the whole tea, but yeah. But Penetration was there. Welcome to her.
I think that Penetration would have probably fit in better with like the first season. Since we're in like the 5th season, there's a lot of expectations and a lot of, you know, better garb that people
raised.
wear. So
I didn't like her name.
Speaking of expectations, though, so Alaska, I think I was also shocked by Alaska because she has to know that she's being held up to a Sharon Needles standard.
Yes.
And so when I was not impressed all the way around.
Well, this is how I feel about Alaska. I honestly feel bad for her because she has tried out for all seasons of Drag Race.
Right.
Sharon tried out once, got it, and won. So Alaska has the biggest shoes to fill ever, and all eyes are on her because she is the girlfriend of Sharon Needles, who was the winner of season 4. So like that's a lot of pressure on her. And already the girls were saying that she is a bad Sharon, which I felt bad.
But here's the thing: is like her style of drag doesn't, to me, like she has like a sense of humor, like Sharon has a sense of humor, but it's still like. It's not. It doesn't read to me as Sharon Needles.
Well, it shouldn't read as anyone. It should read as
her,
Alaska.
Yeah.
And I think coming off the tails of Sharon, it's gonna be hard for her.
Right.
Because she's already held to such a high standard.
I like her. Sorry.
You like Alaska? Finally, you like somebody.
Here's my thing, though.
She's kind of aloof.
But
That's
here's
why
the
she's
thing,
not really
Kim,
sharp
you
at
hate
all.
quitters. You hate quitters,
Yeah.
and you like Alaska. She tried to quit almost in the first episode.
Yeah.
You don't come on, like, this is the other thing that frustrated me. She has tried so hard to be here and is finally here.
Yeah.
And how in the first challenge are you going to break down and say, no, I'm done, no, I'm done?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I think that she has maybe some drugs in her past.
Well, they all do.
And I'm not making excuses.
Most
I'm
of
just
them.
saying I like the runway part of it.
Anyway, another huge standout for me was Lanacia Sparks.
yes, that's my favorite one.
She walked in and I thought, gorgeous. Like, I mean, even the way she walked in, it's almost like she glided in.
Yes.
And then she stood there and held it like, almost like she wanted to say, bitches, get into this, because this is
And
what you want to look
what?
like. Yeah, exactly. And like, I already, like, she was my favorite, looks-wise.
Looks
liked her.
wise?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think she's my favorite.
I think Ivy Winters is my favorite.
Yeah.
She's another one.
But that's just looks wise.
I
another
think
one.
that Lanacia probably looks better in person. I think the TV was hardcore for her for me. I've seen better looking drag queens from Puerto Rico. She's not ugly, but she carries herself really well. So I think that she has that star quality.
Trust me, she's gorgeous.
She's right
on
there.
TV
She is gorgeous.
and in person.
She's hardcore. Look at her. She looks like, I don't know. She looks like Madam. She just
She
needs
is
the
very
titties.
gorgeous.
No, just gorgeous.
And I
Gorgeous.
like Jade Jolie's personality.
I do too.
love
think
her
it's cute.
personality.
Very, very
Jade
cute.
is very bubbly.
I think
Obviously,
that'll go a long way.
that laugh.
Fake,
It's
fake. Oh,
It's
Lord.
it's almost like the laugh that you have when you just need to like say something and you don't know what to say, so you just
It's a
kind of
neurotic
giggle.
tick.
Yeah, exactly. How do you feel about Jinx Monsoon?
Narcoleptic?
The narcoleptic. Did I say that right?
Something like that.
I almost
Miss Narcolepsy.
He's
Yes.
the character.
She's theatrically trained. She's a,
Yes,
She's a
Broadway.
character.
the theater.
yes, she is a character.
I like that. But I like people who are like that. I like it. I like that she's a character.
Little cuckoo.
I love the fact that she did have to fall asleep and take a little nap.
Yeah.
And they showed that. She was like, yeah, you kind of feel, it's not like the movies where like you just suddenly
And that's during the
or you
interview.
just like suddenly fall asleep, but you feel it coming on and you just hope to like, grab a couch or a seat and just take a nap. I thought she's gonna be a character. She's kind of, to me, she's kind of like the new Tammy Brown.
She's very Tammy Brown-esque. I think
Very
I
Tammy
actually
Brown.
wrote that when I was watching it. I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Tammy.
Yeah.
Well, for Lanacia, I wrote English.
Which is weird because I don't like Tammy. Tammy's not a favorite of mine. I don't know what.
Tammy
it is.
Brown?
Yeah.
Tammy Brown has grown on me, especially after All Stars. She's grown on me. I absolutely love her to pieces.
What about Roxy Andrews? I like Roxy Andrews' personality.
I like her a lot.
Yeah.
She seems very nice. Very well put together when she walked in.
Go ahead.
I was scared that Roxy and Detox, that they know each other. I was scared that I wasn't gonna like that at first when they were like, laughing and trying to be like in a group at the very beginning.
Yeah.
But then at the end, I was like, there's a reason why that they're in a group, because they're on top for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that. Yep.
Yeah. Then we have Miss Alyssa Edwards.
Oh dear.
How do you guys feel about Miss Alyssa?
Now, isn't Alyssa friends with Shangela?
Actually, Alyssa Edwards is the drag mother of Shangela Laquifa Watley, who has appeared on every season of RuPaul's Drag Race. But yes, that is her drag mother. And I see it. Like, there are clips where, like, you do a slight double take because you can't tell if it's Shangela or Alyssa. Suddenly, I thought that Shangela found another box to pop out of, and she made her way onto season 5.
We do suffer the sins of our parents.
Ooh, I like that.
Ta-da. Alyssa has a very, how can I put this? She has a very interesting personality. It's almost borderline like, I'm the business and I need you to know it.
She reminds me of a lamprey.
Of who?
A lamprey. Those little sucker fish that hang on to the shark.
Shut up.
She reminds me of, who's that actor who played Marius in Les Mis, the movie?
Eddie Redmayne.
She, out of drag, looks like Eddie Redmayne to me.
Her lips are haggard. I'm sorry. Tired.
Oh, bless her. Well, she's going to be an interesting one.
Detox too.
Well, she's in a fight with Coco.
Yes, and
I feel like they just put those two on there to be mad
Purpose.
at each other, because I think Alyssa's a little bit more seasoned than Coco.
well,
But Coco is like she's in the Diva show in Las Vegas, like the drag show. She plays Tina Turner, I think, in that show.
Everybody needs a jester.
I know, so I don't know. I think she. I think she knows what she's doing.
I did like her cone boob dress.
Yes, that was cute.
well,
I thought that
right,
was great.
That was cute.
right off the bat when she walked in, there was such a dramatic entrance when Coco walked in, because she made the 14th cast member rather than the usual 13.
Right.
And when she walked in, it was like she was serving for a second, and then she saw Alyssa. And that's when we were introduced to, there is some tea between her and Alyssa.
That we don't know what it is yet exactly.
I know what it is.
Oh.
I know what it is.
So serve it.
Would you guys like to know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All tea, all shade.
Well,
So
if it's truth, it's all good.
I think what it is that back in 2010, Alyssa was crowned Miss Gay America. As Miss Gay America, you are supposed to fulfill certain obligations, and I don't think Alyssa was fulfilling those obligations. Hence, Coco Montrese, who was first runner-up, was crowned 2010's Miss Gay America. So I think maybe Alyssa feels betrayed, backstabbed, or whatever, and thinks that Coco had something to do with it. I don't know for sure, but I feel like that's what it is, because
Yeah,
they
makes
mentioned
sense.
that they haven't talked in 2 years, that the pageant, tore them up, tore their friendship apart, and I think that's what it is.
That
I think
makes sense.
there's
It does
gonna
make
be
sense.
there's gonna be more that's gonna be uncovered.
Was there specifics as far as she didn't fulfill obligations, or she broke rules post pageant?
I think there's a lot of that.
Ooh. Because there's some residual drug effects going on in that head of hers.
Stop it. Okay, so more
But
drama
I
to
think
come
you
with
can
that.
have residual drug effects and still be a winner, like our last winner.
I'm just saying it gives a little evidence that there may have been continuous drug use.
What- for
after
who?
the pageant.
Fried that brain.
Miss Alyssa.
Well, we can't make accusations. We don't know
Okay.
her life. We don't know her life.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
She is beautiful, though.
She is.
I think she's beautiful.
Her body's jacked. I'm sorry. Coco has a better body.
Well,
But Coco is bad with makeup.
Oh no, trust. I believe that
Yeah.
too. No, but watch
was
when you
the
see
thing that
when you
was
see her on the
frustrating to
runway.
me.
No, Alyssa's body is jacked. I'm sorry.
I mean, when you,
Learn how to pad. Come on.
well, yeah. Anyway.
Okay, all right.
So
these people are all gonna be politically correct.
No one's gonna be politically correct. We're trying to,
Mr. DuPree, you better turn it on soon.
We're trying to introduce the queens and be nice at first before we go. We don't know them that well.
Tony. He is our host, so we're gonna continue on.
You always want me to be mean.
But your first perceptions can be they can stick with you for a long time.
They can. But I'm always every time I watch the first episode, I'm open to all the girms.
That's what I feel. I don't want to jump to conclusions first because some of them, like Sharon Needles last time, I was like, ooh, you going home first. I thought so too.
Yeah.
But then
whenever she spilled blood out of her mouth on the runway, I was like, here's our winner right here.
I was like, Sharon is going home very soon. Chad is going to win. I'm done. But we all saw how that happened.
And I fell in love with Sharon Needles.
Yeah.
I think there are some though. Like here's my thing is like there are some that they automatically stand out, and you know they're probably going to last till the end. And then there's some that you just don't. You know, from whatever we have. Like 14 people here and not a lot of footage to encompass all of those people. So there's some people that I was just like, oh, looks nice, you know, and they may or may not stand out later on. Yeah. And we don't know that yet.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. Moving on to some of the last few. Vivian Panay, who I thought was beautiful.
She's super fishy, but
this is the fishy season.
Yeah.
All the girls are fishy.
I think she's prettier as a boy without makeup than she is in drag. I think she's actually very androgynously pretty.
She reminds me of Angina.
She kind of looks like a dude in a dress for me a little bit.
I don't like her in drag.
I don't think that she's as pretty as the other girls.
I'm like the
She reminds me of Jujubee a little bit, like a little bit of.
I saw that a few times. Jujubee in her face.
I thought she looks very fishy
without makeup on. No, she's fishy. Yeah,
but
with makeup on, she looks bad.
I just want it to be a little bit special. I just want something to like pop for her. I feel like there's just nothing. And she was like, what does she say in the very beginning? Like, I will give it to you or stuff. I'm like, you gotta like really give to give back. So that's all I gotta say.
She can read. I love that.
Yeah.
She read Serena Cha-Cha down and didn't bat an eyelash. Speaking of Serena Cha-Cha, Little Miss 21-year-old, the performance art of drag. She's interesting. I don't really like her attitude.
She's too young.
First off, she didn't tuck when she fell in she wasn't tucking when she fell in the water, and she got red for that.
Yeah.
And then
first of all, that's drag 101.
Right.
Is that you tuck.
Yeah, that's basically what they.
But she didn't know that she was going in water with that big old
Either
poofy
way.
dress.
Their argument was you should be prepared.
Always. You should, when you are in drag, that's the first thing you do.
I mean, she should probably have realized that and like pushed her dress down, like popped that booty out and said, here I am. I'm behind this.
If she popped that booty out, she would have popped out more than just her booty.
Let's be honest. The fact that she didn't tuck was the least of her worries, because that runway. We'll get to it, I'm sure.
Then when we get to the runway, that was the first thing I noticed.
She doesn't have drag etiquette.
See, I kind of like her look. I was looking at previous pictures of her, and I like what she's doing. I think it's a little bit different. I think there's something cool about her. Like she tries to push the boundaries a little bit with her.
There is no boundary that she is pushing.
I don't know. I'd say check her pictures, check her previous, and then get back to me.
There's no boundaries that she's pushing.
Here's my thing: is even in some of the pictures, she doesn't have boobs, and that's one of my main irritations. I like a queen with some boobs.
Well,
I don't mind you flat. What the fuck are you wearing?
No.
That yodel, that strudel, something, whatever she was wearing. Let's move on.
Her quinceanera dress.
Can we just dismiss her?
And then we have Monica Beverly Hills with a Z.
Poor thing.
I like
her.
I actually kind of like the dress that she had on when she walked in.
The Dead Muppet dress?
Yes. I kind of liked it. It was fun. It was, goofy.
I like her character.
She is so hood.
I think she's
like beautiful hood.
She's gonna be this season of Latrice because she has life to speak about, I think.
Well, yes, but she's gonna be hood.
She Banji girl.
Yes, and she's been called that apparently, along with some other stuff. She's like, I'm from the hood, and it shows. But she's like a classy hood, if you can be that. Does that make sense?
I think you can be classy hood.
Yeah,
she lets it work for her, I think.
Yeah. Like she's not like too much with it. She like, but you can tell if you get on her bad side, she has a razor blade underneath her tongue and she's about to cut you.
And a syringe and
Just
a
saying.
spoon.
And then we have Miss Honey Mahogany, who I felt like when she walked in was like RuPaul 2.0.
Isn't that what they said?
Yes, that is what they said. I honestly do think she's gorgeous.
Yes. I do too. I think she's cute outside of drag too.
Yes.
Really cute.
Well.
You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And
it's like everything I say. You're like,
That's all.
That's all right, Jake. You're
going
to learn to rip.
Listen, not everything you say will be like that. Okay, so that's the girls. The 5th season of RuPaul's Drag Race and the cast of all of those lovely people. And great. That is wonderful. So, just to remind you guys, we are on iTunes. So if you are listening, make sure you download us, comment, rate us 5 stars because we're worth it, and continue watching us.
And we do know that you guys are normally, for those that have listened in the past, we normally were on Mondays or Tuesdays, so it won't post until Thursday morning, probably.
Right. And we're now on Wednesdays at 7, so make sure you tune in and comment and like us. And I don't know if I can be like Jackie and look at all the comments. If they're not about me, I'm not reading them. All right.
I'll read all of them.
He's serious, too.
Even if you're mistakenly writing on our YouTube and meant for something else.
Oh.
I'll still write to you.
Correct. All right, so let's get into we've already talked about Coco and Alyssa. Let's get into the challenges. The first challenge was the mini challenge, which was the
Mercury's photo shoot. Hollywood Splash.
Yes.
Splash.
First off, I would be scared to do this shoot because I can't like go in water and open my eyes. That concept to me is very weird. Like I feel like I would look a mess.
I wouldn't mind doing it, but I wear contacts, and I realized who had that problem. There was one
Jinx.
of the queens.
Jinx.
Yeah, Jinx.
Jinx. They popped out.
Yeah, and I would. The problem is if you can't see that well, and then you're in the water and you're trying to like work your mojo, you either have to like wear your contacts and risk popping them out, or you just go friggin' blind into it, and then.
Yeah.
You know.
Or close your eyes and give good face. That's all you have to do.
Yes. It seemed to be a very hard task for a lot of these fishy queens to survive in the water.
I think a lot of these usually for the past couple of seasons, the very first mini challenge seems to be like hazing almost. Like there was that one where they were like blowing the air in their face, and then
it's kind of like an initiation. Welcome to RuPaul's Drag Race, whichever season you're a part of. You are now officially a cast member after being tortured. So who stood out to you guys as far as like with the photos and stuff?
For comedy, I liked the fact that they ripped on Serena and her frog legs because she was holding onto the window. That was hilarious.
Tree frog.
Yeah, and I feel bad for her that's the photo that they got, and they just went with that.
Alyssa walking away from the tank and falling down.
Bless her heart. It's almost. I kind of wish that her photo was almost there, but it didn't quite do it for me. It was cute. It was almost kind of like she got lucky and she got dunked in and just kind of did something and they got it. So that was lucky. I thought, going back to Lanesha,
she was sick.
Yes.
She was so graceful in that water. Like she pushed down and she was just like.
She should have won the challenge.
I honestly think that she should have won the challenge.
I disagree.
I think that they just did not pick a right pick. I think there were probably other pictures that they could have chosen, and they chose one that was pretty good. But I think there were better ones.
I agree with you. Kind of the Detox should have won.
I do too.
Because even in that heel, she was pointing that foot for her life, and I'm all about a pointed foot.
Yes,
that's just me.
I see.
No,
dancers.
I agree with Detox winning, but I thought that Lanesha was gonna win.
I did too. And
so did she.
Well, we all know.
Face just dropped.
I'm against girls that have had work done because Lanesha is obviously natural, so I'm good with Lanesha. Sorry, Detox.
Oh, you don't like girls that have work done?
To burst your lip.
I do. I love Chad.
Oh yes.
Monica Beverly Hills' photo was a mess.
She looked like a jellyfish.
She did.
RuPaul was right.
A big hot mess in the water.
It was just kind of like arms up and like it's almost like she was getting arrested and they were like freeze. She's like and they like caught it like right then. Like bless her heart on that. Bless her heart. And then Alaska.
No. It just made me mad because it's like you fought so hard to get here and then you're just like, okay, bye.
Like I said earlier, I just really feel bad that she's coming off the Tales of Sharon, and I just feel like
if you step back and look at the whole show, though, like they built off of that, they made sure they emphasized the whole fact like she wanted to quit that little challenge and drama, and she didn't look like she was gonna make it that far. Because I'm sorry, a lot of people that I know that they liked her runway, whether you do or not. Even the judges liked her runway. They made such an emphasis on how bad she was in the challenge, and then when she turned it out on the runway, according to the judges, I think they went, or editing or however the producers do it, shot for that factor. So I'm okay with it.
I did not like her runway. We can discuss that later.
Any other standouts for the mini challenge?
Vivian Panay,
gorgeous photo.
Yeah,
legs for days.
That initially was nice. Thought was like an understated version of Jujubee. Did a really beautiful photo, I thought.
Yeah, I thought she did too.
I didn't like her hair, but her body was good.
And for someone to be so short, she really extended herself, and I thought the photo turned out really good. Coco Montrese. Next, okay. So, yeah, that was not her challenge at all. I mean, we haven't covered all of them, but those are like the standouts for me for the mini challenge. And then of course Detox won.
Right.
Congratulations to her. I did love her photo. Like she was another graceful one. Like she went down and she was, pointing her feet as, and she was just very graceful with it. And I feel like that was like her first shot probably. And she won. So congratulations to her.
She's good. She's done.
She also gave good face. That's what I liked too. Yeah. I mean, because that to me is probably one of the hardest parts of that challenge.
Yeah, with or without water, she still looked really beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I just say, during She-Male, RuPaul looked extra gorgeous. Did anyone else notice how like better she looked?
Then like she has a new makeup artist.
Oh yeah, her makeup looks great.
Yeah,
her nose contouring was.
It was also the hair
that
too.
kind of like fades out. I love that.
It was the hair. It was the look. It was everything. Like when she popped up, I was like, oh, somebody has got a makeover for the show.
She has. It seems like a new makeup artist.
Oh, yeah, they got a budget.
Well, little tidbit is that they have a new showrunner for this season. So to tighten the show, I'm just full of all kinds of.
You are.
Good. No tea, no shade. They also have new sponsors. Color Evolution is now a sponsor.
That. Yeah.
No more NYX Cosmetics. Apparently, their cosmetics was not that great anyway.
Animals were dying.
Yes, apparently.
Allegedly.
Yes. So then we're off to the main challenge, which caused them to go dumpster diving. They thought they were about to get a Beverly Hills shopping spree, and little did they know.
My favorite part of the whole challenge was that Camille Grammer was there because as a Housewives fan, she's one of my favorite housewives of all time, and I was just glad to see her there with some extensions in her head, and she looked real good.
Can we mention the montage of
cameos of the
guest judges? Yes.
Juliette Lewis.
Yes. I was like, good for them trying to give us like a little.
In there, or did I...
Wasn't that Chaz Bono too?
Chaz Bono was in there. I don't know about Mackie. Yeah.
Someone was drawing something and I didn't know.
I didn't know who that was.
Who that was either.
No. If you know, make sure you comment and let us know if you know all of these special guest judges.
Rock.
Yes. Was it Chris?
Jane Krakowski? She's Polish. I'm allowed to butcher Polish names.
So yes, I thought that was a very interesting montage to kind of let us see who the guest judges were going to be. So
that I think was my favorite part because I think I always get overwhelmed in like the first 3 episodes of every season because to me it's like there's so many people you don't know who they are yet, and I'm sitting here with like a list with photos because I'm still a little like confused and
and trying to get to know everyone again.
Get to know everyone. And And I think that was my favorite part because they're all on the bus, they're having fun, there's music playing, and I was like, oh, it's a lightheaded. I don't have to keep pausing my TV to like write someone's name down.
Right. So, yeah, Red Carpet Couture was the main challenge, and they had to pull stuff from the garbage cans that were in the back of a Beverly Hills store. Those challenges always scare me when they have to like start pulling stuff from a garbage can, because I always feel like someone's gonna get hit and someone's gonna get
like the curtain rod one. Remember when they?
Oh yeah.
I felt the same way about that one.
Yes. So, let's talk about the main stage. How do we feel about that?
Okay, so now that we're on to the main stage, we can talk about Alaska and how I didn't like her dress. I'm sorry, you can't make 2 dresses out of like saran wrap.
But that's her stick. That's her thing. You know, she's
saran wrap is not a good shtick.
Well,
you have to find a different found object.
It actually looked good.
I
liked it too.
But the first one was terrible.
I liked it. I liked her runway.
I also hated the fact that her accessory looked like a bag of manure. She's basically bringing in this big chunky bag that looks like poop.
Isn't that what she wanted though?
And that's not what the judges said. Like, oh, her dog must be huge.
It's funny, yeah.
Have you noticed all?
I think we're sleeping. I think that she's sandbagging.
She's what?
She's playing off of the whole Sharon thing. I think that she's sandbagging. I think that she has game, and I think that she's going to pull it out.
Well,
I thought her wig looked beautiful, and her makeup looked amazing on the runway.
Oh yeah, she looked absolutely amazing.
I could see her hairline on the wig. I was just not like. I
don't ever want to see her naked or dangling or horsing or whatever they call it.
Dear. Apparently she's on like a horse.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when she went into the workroom and she was just sombrero and like bouncing around.
Swang.
Even Coco mentioned
the horse.
That's why she came in with the horse mask, because she's hung like a horse. That was TMI. But kudos to World of Wonder for getting that all pixelated, because apparently that was a lot to pixelate.
It was like just bottom half pixelated.
Yeah. I obviously I'm a big fan of Lanesha. I liked her dress.
Me too.
That was the one that was made out of the wallpaper, right?
Yes.
I mean that
with like the scalloping.
Yeah. Yes. Once you knew that it was made out of wallpaper, it just even though it was beautiful, it just took it up that extra notch. That is hard to work with. I thought it was
so red carpet and so couture, and one of those ones that like you will look and go, oh my gosh.
She looked like 90s holiday Barbie to me. You know, there's like always the special holiday Barbie. That's what it looked like. Because especially in the 90s, they had that scalloping. Not that I had Barbies or anything growing up.
Liar.
I liked Ivy Winter's dress too, though, because I'm a sucker for Grecian dresses, and I just loved it.
That wig,
Ivy was my top. No, yeah, you're right. Ivy was my top pick because of the dress.
Wig.
She was so statuesque, and actually thought her makeup was done well, but that wig was probably the Jacque part. As far as Lanesha, for me, I thought that her dress was amazing. I love the fact that she put a shoe in her hair.
Yes, that was so cute.
But again, for me, I think Lanesha is the type of queen. Everybody thinks she's beautiful. I get that, but I think she's probably more stunning in person because she has such strong bone structure. For me, I think she's a little boyish on TV. Not ugly compared to the other girl. She's still on the top, but for me,
you need to get the HD
Ivy
TV
Winter,
or something.
I do. 1080p.
Get a LCD screen.
1080p with 120 megahertz.
Well,
better come in.
Get a 125 megahertz or something, because you are missing it. She is gorgeous in person and on TV.
She's an islander. That's why she was good in the water.
Get your life.
She's from Puerto Rico.
Who else? Alyssa Edwards. I did not like.
I didn't.
Well,
either.
did you guys hear the whole thing? Did you agree that she was stealing other people's ideas?
The way that they did the montage in Untucked, how it was like, so so-and-so had feathers on her dress, and then all of a sudden you look over and Alyssa had that, and then she had a hat, and then she had this wig, and then it could be piggybacking a little bit. I think.
And her body's jacked.
Well,
I'm not feeling it. You need to learn how to pad. At least the girl who left had better padding, even though it was lopsided.
Oh God, it was terrible.
That a little wiggle loose.
That dress, though, to me, it needed editing. Like,
yes,
she
it did.
almost didn't need to add all that extra stuff because there was way too many things.
There was too much going on.
The one who needed to edit was Jay Jolie, though.
Ooh.
I mean, I thought it would be really cute without the headdress. I liked the little like NBC peacock on her. I was like, give a little tribute.
Ding,
give a little
ding, ding,
ding. Yes, I liked that, and I liked the little shimmery stuff.
She
it
made
was
me
nice.
feel rainbow bright. That's what I felt.
I felt like she had the best fabric and did not do
I agree with
the best that she could have with, because everyone was like, oh, where'd you get that? Like, you found that? And everyone was gagging. Like,
and she covered it with all kinds of crap.
Yeah, she literally looked like she went through the garbage and picked out some stuff and E6000 it to a dress. And in case you don't know, that's what drag queens use to rhinestone and glue their stuff is E6000. It's better than super glue. And like she made it work. Lucky for her, she was the S word. Safe.
But I think here's the thing. Like, I think, and this is like, what they always say in Project Runway. It's like they'll keep people just because they took a risk and elements of it worked, but they can see where in the future it might actually work
come together.
It will come together. Because I thought her first dress, when she came out with all the little like trinkety doodads, I thought that was great.
Yeah, she was a little Nicki Minaj right there for a second.
I really liked that. I like her personality. I like that she's quirky.
I love Jade's personality.
And, and I think that she will have outfits in the future that she'll figure it out. She'll figure how it works.
Let's hope so.
First talked, for some reason I thought of Bjork. Sorry.
Oh, I can see that for sure. Yeah.
Just a happy Bjork.
Bjork where you can understand what
not
they're
on
saying.
not in depression pills.
Somebody that I hope will figure it out is Serena Cha-Cha. Because
she goes home.
Well, I hope so too. She should have went home this past time.
I liked the concept of that. I thought it was really cool.
There was no concept.
Listen, hear me out.
Ivy's hair compared to Serena's hair, that hair was jacked.
First of all, let me tell you what Serena Cha-Cha looked like, okay? Do you know the Hawaiian girl bobbleheads?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what Serena looked like. She looked like you should have put her on top of your dashboard so that she can do like this and all that kind of stuff. That's what Serena Cha-Cha looked like. Boy in a dress and a couple of pounds of makeup.
And it wasn't even a dress, was it?
No, it was stuff that was glued together, and I'm sure she was probably praying and hoping to God Jesus that it didn't fall apart on her way down the runway.
But I want to hear why Jake likes her.
I liked it because some of the queens that have appeared in the past seasons with a bald head, I think it's cool because they look like they're paying homage to being a guy, but they're also like really glammed up, and I think that's cool with that Serena. Showed off the flat chest and like really played that up. I mean, I don't think that she did that unintentionally.
She had no choice but to play it up because she had nothing to put on.
But I think she did it intentionally. I really do feel like she meant to do that, like meant to have that as her shtick. Like, I'm a boy, but I'm in this dress and I look amazing. I don't know. I just think that she has a lot of untapped talent that she can get together. Honestly, in a few weeks, if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But in a few weeks, I guarantee you that she'll think twice.
She was a boy in a dress that looked a mess.
My take on it is she lacks drag etiquette. She has not been in the game long enough or involved in the soup of it long enough to know what should be done. She may get there because I think that she has intelligence, but I just don't believe that she's ready for this type of that's my take. Competition.
No,
I'm not all about boy in a dress because she had some kind of concept that just didn't hit.
I don't know what concept y'all are seeing. I am seeing, dear please God, let me have something for the runway.
She is 16 going on 17.
No, she is 16 going on 15, and she has a mouth on her.
Swivering the floor with her taint.
Wait, but they all have mouths. Okay, that's not fair, Tony.
No.
They all have mouths on them.
There is a difference.
Because Detox is a bitch.
But look at her presentation of drag. Yeah, sometimes you can have a mouth if you can back it up. Serena Cha-Cha had a mouth, and look at her. She looked a mess, and she didn't have anything to back it up.
All day, every day, I come after Detox. Bitch, you got work done.
Okay,
so what? So that gives you the right to talk?
No. Okay, so Detox has work done, but she's still fierce. Serena Cha-Cha her way in somehow.
Well, I'll give Serena 6 years, and maybe Serena will top that.
Well, in 6 years,
she'll top that ass.
Listen, in 6 years, we not there yet. We are here now, RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5, and if she wanted to be on Season 5, which luckily, by the grace of God, she is, she needs to do better.
I think that she'll be the one person on the show because there's always one person that kind of like progresses as the show goes along and gets better and better. I genuinely think that she'll
listen. This
or
is not
be like Jiggly, where I'm just annoyed that they keep being on the show.
No, this is not.
There's a huge difference between Jiggly and her though. Like,
no, this is not RuPaul's Drag Race progression. You need to already be there. Ooh. Okay.
Look at somebody came out of his shell.
I'm just saying.
Well, do you think she won the lip sync?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So
by default.
Okay. So for the lip sync, that's what saved Serena. Was the fact that she knew the words to Party to the USA. Penetration. Where's my penetration? How you doing? Penetration. Had you known the words of Party to the USA, which you should have known anyway, because they played that song all the time on the radio, even if you didn't want to know it, you knew it anyway. You could have been still on RuPaul's Drag Race season 5.
Because just because you do the splits, I'm sorry, that doesn't mean Serena didn't have nothing except the words.
Yeah, that's all she had.
That was horrible.
Jake. Get your life.
I felt she was more engaged.
I got my life, and I am on Serena's side. I don't know. I think
both
that
of y'all,
she's capable of great things.
I'm not on her side because I hate queens without boobs. But
both of y'all, both Jake and Serena will be like Robin, dancing on your own, because ain't nobody got time for that.
Gladly.
Going back to Panama.
Yeah. Anywho. So the winner of the main challenge was Roxy Andrews, who I thought her dress was amazing and gorgeous. I thought it was good.
No, it was. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Okay. She showed.
I'm gonna admit
admit
something in a minute.
Yeah.
I love her personality.
Said I'm gonna admit something in a minute.
What you gonna admit?
Do you have a crush on Roxy Andrews?
No, well, because when I first started watching her and her little confessionals or their little solo things, I was like, wow, he's kind of cute, and I'm not about drag queens. But when they did the little collage of his old picture, because he lost weight, right, or something.
Yeah.
And I saw those pictures with the eyebrows, and I was like, oh, that's a girl. Because I know drag queens that some of them are actually kind of butch when they're butch queens, you know. I was like, oh, so.
You just want to admit that you have a crush on Roxy Andrews.
No, I thought he was cute until I saw those old pictures, and it ruined the whole thing. It's like wearing Skechers. Don't wear Skechers.
I was watching the show, and when I saw him out of drag, I was like, oh, Cam's gonna say
I like my chunky boys.
All right, so again, Roxy won the main challenge. Penetration went home due to lack of lip singing.
And the fact that her dress looked like a hot friggin'
It was boring. It was so boring.
It was boring.
But it could have been the S word. Safe. It could have been safe. But I think being the fan favorite worked against her, and then not knowing the words to Party in the USA worked against her too. So Serena, congratulations. You got to be on the show for another show.
What I loved is they made her look a fool because she talked all that crap. She ran her mouth.
Yeah.
And I think that's why she ran her mouth.
But I will say in Untucked, her makeup, like all oily, like she was sweating like a pig. She doesn't know how to put makeup.
She was nervous as hell, probably.
I know queens that cry and their makeup still looks better.
Jake is going to back Serena up until she gets voted off next week.
Jake, because Tony did the same thing last show.
I had good reasons too. Did anyone notice all the hashtags that are happening this season? Oh yeah,
there's too many. It's making my brain hurt.
Which one's
my favorite one was obviously the one that I tweeted out, which was the LTL Shade.
LTL Shade.
Yes.
I liked Sissy Walk.
Yes, that was really funny.
I like that one.
What is it?
Sissy Walk.
Oh.
Did you have a favorite, Cam?
No, I didn't pay attention.
What was the one that Michelle said that she like messed up?
Was it Couture?
No,
Eloquent.
Eloquent.
Girl, you eloquent.
I thought that one was funny too.
Yeah, that one was a good one.
I like Eloquent.
So it was Couture.
No, she's Puerto Rican.
Michelle? Mm-hmm. Oh, good for her. All right. So
she had her Gem in the Holograms earrings on.
I will say Michelle has toned it down a little bit. She's not so draggy.
She's getting paid better.
I don't know what you call toned down.
It
wasn't as bad as last
It's a look. It's always a look.
Yay, my crewies.
It's not bad. It's not as bad.
Boo, Santino. Boo.
I love Santino.
I like Santino.
I will always like Santino.
He's all right.
He is on Bruce's teat.
Aren't
Isn't
they all?
everyone? Yeah. I mean,
they all have to be.
They have to be.
All right, let's go into news and gossip.
AfterBuzzTV News.
All right, so apparently it is already going around. Is this the last season of Drag Race?
No.
I hope not.
Apparently in season 4, ratings had dropped a little bit, and they are wondering if they are going to be back for a season 6. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that season 5 could save Drag Race and bring it back for another season?
Everybody watch season 5 so you don't lose the show.
Get on it. If you don't have Logo, go to logotv.com and watch every single episode, every piece of video, everything to make sure that Drag Race stays on.
I watched it on Logo. I was a little mad because their commercials kept repeating themselves.
Yes. Yes.
And they didn't even finish the whole commercial. Just the area always.
Is it the
twice.
Ru Done It? The Absolute commercials.
It was some how to bread your chicken.
I do like those.
Oh,
I like the Absolute Vodka commercials. The Ru Done It.
The one I saw was Muppets with AIDS.
Oh, that's the Avenue Q one. Yeah. That's a little weird.
And that one kept stopping and then restarting. And I was like,
that's a little weird.
I almost had to bread your chicken.
So make sure you guys watch so that way we can have season 6. Also in other news, Sharon Needles released her album on January 29th, PG-13. It is now number 6 on iTunes top pop albums and number 29 on the top albums. So congratulations to Sharon Needles. And Jake, you've actually listened to the CD.
I like it.
I feel like it would give me nightmares.
Maybe. Did you see her video for This Club is a Haunted House? Oh. It's really scary. I mean, there's parts where she... I mean, yeah.
Oh. Because Willem sings live. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just wondering if it's all auto-tune.
I like the concept for what she's going for. I just really enjoy her a lot. So the CD is great. So check it out.
Make sure you download it off of iTunes. Support Sharon Needles, your season 4 winner of RuPaul's Drag Race. Speaking of videos, and Willem, along with Detox from season 5 and Vicky Vox, you guys know the lovely trio from Chow Down at Chick-fil-A. They have now released a new video. Boy is a Bottom. Sung to the tune of This Girl's on Fire by Alicia Keys. So we're gonna leave it at that. If you don't know what a bottom is, look it up. Also, Shangela released Working Girl Professional, the video
that Tony is in.
I make a little cameo in it, along with Jason Carter, who is another AfterBuzz host and a member of the Pit Crew. He's in it as well. So make sure you guys go to Bing and search for Sharon Needles' video, Shangela's video, and support these lovely queens. So this last little bit of news, I didn't know whether or not I should bring it up, but you guys agreed that I should. Apparently, season 5 cast member Jade Jolie has a porn past.
Check it out.
Yes.
Dirty.
Before she was glamming it up in heels and wigs, she was doing it doggy style.
Do you think she's cute and funny, like when doing porn that she is? She's like in the episodes.
Let's hope so.
Don't put it there. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. All right.
Wait, we didn't.
What?
I just wanted to say I loved Ru's blue foil dress. I thought it was cute.
Oh, Ru's dress. That's another thing that I look forward to all the time.
I didn't like this dress, but I loved her makeup. I loved her makeup.
RuPaul cannot do any wrong.
Oh, I don't know about that.
She always looks amazing for her presentation.
But she has a great body. She always has boobs.
Serena Cha-Cha. Now to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzzTV predictions.
So, predictions. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to go home next week? We all know it's not Roxy Andrews because she has immunity.
And I don't think it's going to be Serena just because they built it up the way it is.
Can we go through and pick our top 3?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
So then we can look back at the end of the season and go, no dummy.
Okay.
No dummy.
Okay, so Cam, start it off. Your top 3.
Roxy, Yo Girl Detox, and I have to say Alaska. I want Lanesha to be in there, but I think that English is going to wear thin on people's nerves.
She can't help that.
Yeah, I just made my predictions. You don't got to comment on them. Your turn. Don't come for me.
What I'm gonna do is tell you to go to the Staples Center and have yourself several seats because you're trying it right now.
Get some garlic fries.
I don't like garlic fries. I think Lanesha, Detox, and I really only have a top 2 right now.
Okay, Jake, you're up.
I think Roxy.
Oh, and Roxy.
Roxy, Detox, and Lanesha. I'll go with
There we go. Okay.
I'm going with Roxy, Detox, and Ivy Winters. I'm gonna say she's gonna like break out because she's
obviously
kind of
that bitch can sew.
Yeah, she's kind of like silently in the middle right now, but I think she might do something that'll wow us.
Let's hope so. All right. Well, that has been our show for this lovely evening. Everyone, let us know where we can find you, starting with ladies first.
At 123 Jackie_B on Twitter.
You can find me at Jake_DuPree.
Tamakava777 on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me on at Lounging with Tony on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and also loungingwithtony.com. So hopefully you guys will join us again next week for another lovely AfterBuzz TV after show for RuPaul's Drag Race. We will see you next week, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Bye.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.